What do you need to get started on the piano? Let's talk about that. Hi, I'm Frank and I'm here to help you to become a successful musician. In this video, I want to help you getting started on the piano. What you need as equipment or lessons to get started. So let's talk first about the equipment. Of course, what you need is some kind of keyboard. But you see here it's what is called a MIDI keyboard, so it doesn't produce any sound. You have to plug it on a computer. That's something I really love because I like to do music on the computer. But if you want to use this kind of keyboard, depending on what is your musical goal, and you want to be able to play the piano, to learn the piano, you need to take care of one thing, is the key action. So you see on this model, and it's the case also on lots of, let's say, cheap keyboards, the action is what is called a theme action. So it's really a spring. You just press and it releases. There is nothing like actual piano mechanism where in fact when you press a key it triggers the movement of a hammer which will hit the strings and produce the sound with dampers and so on. It's quite complex, but this is really not giving you the same feeling at all. So you won't be able to learn efficiently how to play the piano with this type of action. You need what is called a hammer action. So of course, if you have or if you want to buy an acoustic piano, that's wonderful. Okay, that's of course the best choice, but not always, because an acoustic piano is quite heavy and it's quite loud when you play it. So it might be complicated depending on where you live and the environment around you, because your neighbors won't maybe very happy if you play on an acoustic piano at midnight. Okay, so for that, a lot of people, and that's a good solution, are using digital pianos. So you have, it's like an electronic keyboard, but with a real hammer action. And there are ones which are very realistic, very close to an acoustic piano. But even the more, let's say, entry-level models are already quite good. So you can really start to learn something using those piano. Really check that it's a real hammer action. This is really important if you want to learn how to press the key. Myself, I've learned on acoustic pianos for years, so it's okay for me, even with a very simple keyboard like that. I can still manage to play the piano and with some dynamics and so on, because I'm used to what it should be on a real piano. So I could develop this sense in my fingers, if it makes sense. So apart from a keyboard, a piano, of course you need to be able to sit somewhere. So there are classical piano stools. They are rectangular stools. It can be a chair in fact, but the important thing is that you need to be able to adjust the height of the stool. That's the main point, because depending on how high you are, you won't have the correct position of your hands and arms. Okay, so this is the main point. Apart from that, you will need pedals, okay, to change a bit the sound, but this is maybe a bit later. If you are just getting started, that's fine, you can start with that, but usually on pianos you will have pedals anyway. And I've made a full a full guide to help you to choose a piano. If you want to check that on guidetomusic.com, I will put a link in the description anyway. So this is for the equipment part. Then you need to learn, okay? So for this, there are several ways to learn how to play the piano. The most traditional way is to have a teacher, to take private lessons. So it is still, of course, very valuable, and you will learn a very good how to play very good the piano if you have a teacher. But nowadays there are other solutions, and you can already be very good without a teacher. At least I believe that you can really learn without a teacher, because there are lots of constraints also in taking private lessons. I mean, you have to find a teacher you can go along with, okay? You have to go there, you have to set this appointment for the lesson. It can be complicated, and especially, well, at the time I'm recording this video with this big pandemic, it's probably not very easy or even possible. So fortunately we have lots of other solutions nowadays, so you can take online lessons, private lessons with an actual teacher through video conferencing. So that's a way to do that if you want to have your own teacher. But you have other options. And one of the things I recommend, and I think that's very nice to learn, is to use online piano methods. There are lots of them, and also I've made a selection of what I think are the 11 best piano methods right now. I will put a link also in the description, so check it out. And with this, you can really learn to a quite good level from home. You don't need to find a teacher and to move around to go to your lessons. You can play at your own pace, and you really control the way you learn. So that's something quite good. And you can also use a lot of free resources from the internet. So for instance, at guidetomusic.com, I'm writing a lot of articles to help you to get started and to learn the basics. But I think, what I recommend you is to try online piano methods, and there are a few ones that offer you a free account to try to see if it's a good fit for you. So you won't lose anything. It's worth to take a bit of time to try that. So with the physical equipment and what you need to take lessons, you will be ready to get started. So now you just have to learn and enjoy this nice instrument. That was all I wanted to share with you in this video, and I will meet you in the next one.